365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I really appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This can be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. And if you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Keep in mind that tarot is a tool. It's not the final rule. So let's keep an empty cup when you're on Lady Noble's channel and you want to see what's up. Today we're talking to the zodiac sign of Aquarius. Sun, moon, or rising, or any placement in your chart. Aquarius. Aquarius, we're starting off with the 9 of Wands. So you could be feeling overburdened. There could be some adjustments, in the workplace, on the job that has you feeling stressed, has you feeling overwhelmed, Aquarius. And you're like, when is it going to end? Send help, please. So the Aquarius could be feeling overworked at this time. Maybe you've expressed your needs or requests when it comes to your employment that you need help. It could be budgeting issues going on, with the company you work for. I'm picking up Aquarius. You showed up to work one day and things just changed. They could have told you, you could have worked, maybe there was a staff of 20 and now there's only 5 of you. So things are being stretched out. Okay. But I see you, Aquarius, holding on. Okay. You could be holding on, because this is your livelihood. You're like, this is how I survive. This is my means to take care of me and my family. So I see you being strong and courageous and holding on to your job at this time. Even if you are looking for employment, tongue-tied there, elsewhere, I see you being patient and trying to wing it out at this current job, which is wise to do, instead of, you never just quit. It's better to have something else in the bag. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's better to have something else in the bag and then going for yourself. You don't just quit, so you're hanging on, and you're hoping that they will hear you out, but you're feeling ignored, okay? The Aquarius is feeling ignored, but you know that it's time for you just to go elsewhere when it comes to employment. So you could be making resumes and searching for employment, okay, as you should. You're looking to go somewhere where you are appreciated. You want to be appreciated wherever you are employed at. I'm also picking up you work a lot of long hours wherever, whatever kind of work that you do. You could work 12-hour shifts. You could be someone who has a mandatory layover. Okay, are you a truck driver or something? Layover. Okay, a truck driver. Hey, you could work in the medical field. Okay. You could be a nurse aide. You could be an RN as well. But I'm picking up something. If I didn't name your career, this reading could still be for you. There's no coincidence that you are here. This is confirmation. But there's something about your job where they created some kind of rule or policy for mandatory layover. Mandatory, yeah. Like if they're short, there's like a rotation pool of employees where, it may be your turn to stay this time if we're short, but next time it's Rebecca's turn to stay. Then next time it's Sam's turn to stay. It's like in rotation. This could be part of a union contract as well. You could be someone that works in a factory. I'm picking that up. Truck driver, factory, medical field. Okay. You could also work in food service. You can work in housekeeping as well. There could be something negotiated within a union contract. Something being renegotiated as well. This could be something, Aquarius, that you and other co-workers are gathering about. That's what the union is for. That's what it's for, as you should. That's why if you have a union, you're paying union dues. Duh. You better utilize what you're paying for. That's what it's for. Okay? That's what it's for. That's why it's coming out of your check. Folks don't like when you make them do their job. They have you sign up for some stuff and they get mad. Oh, I can't believe they want me to do my job. So you could be maybe going to your union or going to HR. If it's not a union, your local hall, this could be going to HR and just being boisterous about how this is too much work for you. Look at all these stacks of papers in this one person. All this work, all these things need to be done, and they're looking very exhausted. So you're being very boisterous. You're not a pushover, whoever you are. You're very outspoken. Spirit is saying continue to do that. That's the only way. You're not disrespectful, but you're outspoken. You know how to speak up for yourself. You know how to communicate effectively to get your point across. So that's what I meant when I said, people don't like when you make them do their job, because your approach is very clear, very sound, and it's respectable and cordial. Yeah. Yeah. You're trying not to resign because you like where you work. You could also be someone who has a lot of seniority, a lot of time, a lot of years that you have built in this company. But you're saying, look, if I got to start over, look, and I'm being ignored. So basically, you sending the resumes and applying for employment elsewhere. Basically, you're just putting your irons in the fire. You're saying, like, look, if I'm not going to be heard, and I gotta, sit and look like this every day. Look, something's got to give, and maybe it's me. Okay. Yeah, because you're ready to return back to your natural state of being balanced. Okay. Life is not perfect, but we can always make it better. Okay. No one wants to show up to their place of employment. And we spend a lot of hours at our jobs, just like the children spend a lot of hours in school. No one wants to go anywhere where they spend a lot of time and they're miserable. Every day won't be perfect, but you should not be miserable at your place of employment. Not that miserable, where things are just overbearing, just they have you really going the extra mile. There could also be some complaints about lunch breaks being taken away. Now that should be against the union. Wait a minute, that should be against. That should be against the law. That should be against policy. I'm pretty sure it is. Depending where you work, no, it is. You better speak up, Aquarius. You better speak up. You better speak up. No, they're not taking somebody's lunch break. Dang. And you working short. This sounds like the medical field so heavy. Woo. So we have the Six of Pentacles. You're looking for balance. Okay. You like, meet me in the middle. I understand you're short staffed, but meet me in the middle. Be fair to me. Be fair to me. Okay. So you may receive some news with the Hierophant energy here. You may receive some news that there is someone interested in possibly interviewing you. This could be a job that you was hoping that would, respond. This could be a job that pays well. Okay, maybe someone referred you or told you they were going to pull your application. It could have taken a long time, and you probably said, they're not going to pull my app. They're talking about they're going to pull my app. I ain't heard nothing. It's been 1 month. It's been 2 months, and I ain't heard nothing. Talking about they're going to look out for me. And out of nowhere, the phone call comes. Out of nowhere, the phone call comes. Yeah. Because you've been waiting a long time. You thought whomever this friend or associate who plugged you to this job, that they weren't going to look out for you. Okay. But the phone call is coming. You could receive an offer. And I'm also hearing they may not even interview you. They're just going to tell you to come in and do your paperwork. So you got the plug, whoever you are, somebody's plugging you to some employment that pays very well. That pays very well. And so I see you possibly taking this employment, because you feel, you're ready to move forward with the Wheel of Fortune. Aquarius, you're ready to move forward. You're going where the Munyan is at. You're going where the Munyan is at. And you're like, yes, I did it. I'm out of here. You may be contemplating of going to work, and don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Be nice. Be nice. Just don't return or call and let them know you ain't coming back, or do whatever. Don't do it. You may want to go turn up. Don't turn up at your old job. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm seeing somebody like, I ought to go do this. I ought to do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. You've been blessed with a new opportunity. Don't do it. That's for somebody in particular. Don't do it. I know you can stun on them, but don't do it. just walk away gracefully and peacefully and move on to this new opportunity that God has given you, that the ancestors have, tapped in and wiggled and shake some things so that that phone call could come through and it's finally here after you waiting a long time and going through all this stress at your old job of not being heard, being overworked, and somebody having their lunch break taken away. Who tells somebody that they can't go to lunch at work? Who does stuff like that? Who does that? You're moving on to calmer, smoother situation. This one comes with more money, okay? There's space and room to grow within the company. Mhm. You'll even have more time to spend with your family, okay? So sometimes I'm getting with this message, Aquarius, we have to be shooken up and go through things to be inspired to make different changes in our lives. And so it looks like the frustration and the mistreatment that this job, projected onto you and forced upon you inspired you to seek employment elsewhere. And it really paid off for you. So congratulations on the new job. If this hasn't came to pass yet, it will. Continue searching, continue putting your resumes out there, remain optimistic, okay, about your present as well as your future. Later.